Okay, hi, my name is Sigalit, and today I'll introduce to you a new tool called GoSoapBox. GoSoapBox is a tool to keep students engaged and gain real-time insight into student comprehension. It is very intuitive and doesn't require students to register. Students just need to enter their names. And they can use any device. They can use a computer, a tablet, or smartphone. What can you do with this tool? You can create quizzes, you can create polls and discussions. Soapbox creates a digital space for your students to join, and the digital space created is called an event. I recommend creating separate events for each of your classes, and after creating an event, you will receive a unique event access code. So let's see how we do it. We go to Google and we write GoSoapBox. And here what I need to do is I will sign in, but you'll have to register. And I'll sign in here. My email and my password. And sign in. And right now you saw my events. My events are basically my spaces that I created, my digital spaces. I have one class that is 10th grade and the fun activity, and the Clever Crows. This is an activity I created for another class. So let's just create. Oh, just one thing. This is a free plan that allows classes of up to 30 students at one time. So that's what the free account enables us. So let's create now an event, a new event, like a space, a digital space for a class, and let's call it a practice class. Click create. Now this is the site. I get a site where my students will be able to log in. So I'll copy it so that later on I'll show you how I go in as a student. And this is the code. So I'll put it here, the code. And later on, now we'll go back to it later on. Now I'll proceed to my event. Okay, so here you see practice class. This is the class that I've just opened. In this class I have quizzes, I have polls, and I can create discussions. So let's create a quiz. I'll click on quizzes. I'll click on create. I'll name this quiz. For example, I'll name it geography or geography quiz, and create. I can change my quiz details, and I can get all my responses, an Excel sheet of all my responses, and I can reset quiz results, which means I can delete all the results and give it to another class, and I can delete the quiz completely. Right now I'll add a question. So the text of the question will be, what's the largest size country in the world? I can add a few words to describe, but I don't need to. I can add a URL, an image of it, but I haven't prepared now, so I'll just continue to the question type, which is the most important thing now, multiple choice or short answer. So I'll choose multiple choice and click create. And I'll click on the question again to give the options. So the options you see here, I have the choices. So I'll click on Canada, Russia, or the USA. Okay. So now I have to decide which of the answers is the correct one. So Russia is the largest one. I can explain the answer. I can say Russia is the largest size country in the world. And save. Right, so now I see under questions that I have one question. Now I'll add another one. I'll add the text will be which country did Christopher Columbus discover? And I'll have again multiple choice and create. And here I see the question, which country did Christopher Columbus discover? And I'll click on it. And I'll give here the choices: Italy, China, or America. And I'll mark America as the correct answer and save. Now I'll go down and I'll see I have two questions. And now I'll ask another question. This time it will be an open question. Let's say ask, who is your favorite character in the story? For example, if we studied about some story. And here I will choose a short answer, create. And if I click on who is your favorite character, you see I don't have any more options. It's just the text box that will open. And now I'll click on save. So I created now 3 questions. And I'll go back to the event. Let's create so this is how I created the quiz. I can see under quizzes that I created a quiz called geography quiz. Now I see that it's locked, so I can for the students to be able to answer the quiz, I have to unlock it. And let's create a poll. Let's create a poll. Let's create a poll. What's your favorite food? And let's give choices. Let's say pizza, or chips, or salad, and pasta. Okay. And how do I want the results to display? Let's say pie chart or bar chart. Let's say pie chart. And if I want the audience to see results are visible to the audience, yes, why not? I want them to see and create poll. So now under poll I have what's your favorite food. I see that it's locked and that I have 0 answers. Let's unlock it for the students to be able to answer. And let's create a discussion forum, a short discussion. The question for the discussion that I chose will be where do you like to travel on your vacation? So I can add some description, but I don't need it. It's straightforward. It's a straightforward question, and replies are visible to students, and create. Of course, you can choose that students will not be able to see the results, the answers. Now I see that under practice class, it could be my 10th grade class or my 9th grade class or any class. I have quizzes. I have one quiz, I have one poll, and I have one discussion. The discussion right now is locked, so let me unlock it. And now, before we'll continue and see how a student sees this and how the students answer, let's look at moderate this event. By clicking on it, I see that this is the access code that I had before, and that I set it up for as if the names are required. So you'll see why I set it, so that students later on, they put their name in. An important thing to show you is that later on I can get all the results. If I want to get the results of the polls, for example, or the questions and answers, I click here and I get an Excel sheet with the names and the results. Now what I'll do is I'll log out. I would like to sign out. I'd like to sign out so that I can okay, now I'll access with my access code, which I don't remember by heart, but I have it here, so I'll just copy and paste it and join now. I'll see now how as a student I answered the questions. So my name, they asked me for my name, Sigalit. And there is because it's meant to be done during the class time, so there is a confusion barometer. So when the teachers explain stuff, I can click here if I'm getting it or I'm confused, and the teacher can see it online. But right now, let's look at the quiz. I want to take the quiz. So the teacher tells me to take the geography quiz, and I click on start this quiz, 3 questions. It's very important to mention here that I can take this quiz with my cell phone or with my tablet. So it's accessible to any device. So what's the largest size country in the world? So it's Russia. Submit. And which country did Christopher discover? He discovered America. And who is your favorite character in the story? So let's say that it's David Cohen. Submit. So now I answered. I'm done. Submit my answers. And the teacher will get my answers. So these two I answered correctly because I set the answers. They were set before, and I get immediate feedback, which is nice. So this is how the students see the quiz and the poll. Let's see the poll. What's your favorite food? And say salad, the healthiest. Submit vote. Because I'm the only one, so it's 100% that voted for salad. But when you do it in class, you'll see a variation. Go back to the event and let's look at the discussion. Where do you like to travel on your vacation? So I like to travel to Canada and add a reply. And I see my reply, and it's a forum. You can see all the other replies. And that's how I set it. You can set it so that you don't see the other people's replies. So that's how you create a discussion forum, a poll, and a quiz. Hope you enjoyed it. And make your own quizzes.